Well, Trevor, thank you very much, and he touched on it a little bit. There's an awful lot of talent on this London team. There's some all-world talent as well if you were able to catch the World Juniors over the Christmas break. And they have a guy on their team that's not only coming off the high of a championship, but he was also on the All-Star team as well. The Storm go back for it. Hall chipped it up on the glass, but Tkachuk stopped it. Marner goes over, plays it in front, and it just bounces through Jigavaz. So an early chance for the London Knights, and they keep it in the Guelph zone. Shot through, deflected, and then handled by McFadden as he'll skate it out of his own end. And this top line for London has been dangerous against Guelph all season long. They've combined for 41 points. West heads over to the opposite side and picks up the puck as it rolls in behind the net. Knights chipping away, and Dvorak spins away with it with speed through center. That first line coming across the blue line. Marner spins off of one check, a backhander over, back in front, and Jameson's pass just missed everybody. Victor Mete has it on the sideboards, got it deep, and then back to Dvorak, back to Marner at the point. His shot through a screen, it bounced off someone, and the loose puck was just sitting at the top of the crease. Jigavaz getting lucky on that one. He inadvertently stopped it with his foot, and Parsons' save is that much easier at the other end. Welcome back to Guelph Storm Hockey here on Rogers TV. Bryan Thiel and Bill Granger, joined alongside by Trevor Pryor. He's somewhere, he's finding something for us, but scoreless after the first period of play between the London Knights and the Guelph Storm. A big reason for that is the play of goaltender Michael Jigavaz.
Yeah, Michael Jigavaz, we mentioned it in the first period, plays a very calm game.
Yakimovich coming in as well, and he'll just turn it down in behind the net where it's picked up there. And Guelph still trying to get it out. McDonald alone in front, and he's stopped by Jigavaz. The Storm tried to clear it, and Jameson stopped it as McDonald was down low looking for that puck. Now they come out 2-on-2. Sokoli trying to get through the defense. Sokoli does, leaves the puck, scores! So Sokoli will lean in as he loses that one. So the Knights try and control, but diving burgundy jersey there kept him from clearing the puck. As now Sokoli and Schnarr were down in behind the net. Sokoli has it back out in front, scores! It snuck through Parsons, and the Storm have a 2-0 lead. Been responsible for stopping them 20 times tonight. Jigavaz has had an outstanding game against one of his former clubs, as now the Knights take the zone here. Marner plays it across to Dvorak. He kicks that one into the corner, so it rolls around to the sideboards once again, and it's played out where Mete picks it off. He can really take off if he wants to, but he stood up at the blue line, down low to Tkachuk. Tkachuk tries to spin it in front, but he's spun around. Leaves it for Marner. Marner, as Martinet's firing that one through a screen, bounces off, it looks like Dvorak, and trickles into the corner. Marner takes it, slap shot, that one hits off of Hill in front and makes its way to the corner. So Marner goes to the front of the net. Tkachuk walks out with the puck. His shot is stopped by Jigavaz, and McFadden picks up the loose puck. Tkachuk was dumped at the end of that play, and he was very slow to get up as the puck goes out and down the ice for icing. 20 seconds to go here for the Guelph Storm as the Knights try and get in once again. Cliff Pooh with it down low, working against Bricknell. 10 seconds left on the clock. Pooh still with it, trying to wheel it around, gets it down low, coming out of the corner with it. As the Knights have just 1 second left. And how about that? The Guelph Storm upset the third-ranked team in the CHL, and Michael Jigavaz gets his first career shutout in the process.
Well, it's a brand new season with brand new dreams, brand new hopes, and brand new expectations for both of these teams on Forbes Kitchener Rangers Hockey as we kick off the 2015-2016 OHL season. Good evening, I'm Bryan Thiel, and what better way to start the year than with a show-off between two Midwest Division rivals. The Owen Sound Attack and the Kitchener Rangers finished 5-6 in the Western Conference last year, but they're both looking for better finishes. Both were ousted in the first round by the Guelph Storm and the London Knights, respectively. But tonight it is the Erie Otters, the top team in the CHL, and the top team in the OHL. Now the Rangers trail them by 9 points in the standings, so it looks like they have a little bit of ground to make up. Fortunately for Kitchener, they've got 4 games against the Otters between now and the beginning of March. And with more on tonight's matchup where the Rangers hope to get things started, let's send it upstairs to Gary and Ryan. Guys,
For the Sting,
it's win and win only. If they win tonight, those 2 points will guarantee the Sting not only the West Division title, but the second seed and home ice advantage in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, at least for Sarnia going forward in the OHL postseason. Now, this, of course, is a very special night, opening night. You've been a part of these before, but you've never been a part of one here at the Odd. You had about half a year last year to get used to the atmosphere around here. What's it like when the building is this electric?
It's my first time at the auditorium for a home opener, and
no one likes to struggle throughout the season, obviously, and it has been a bit of a struggle for the team, but you guys have been playing a lot better since around the Christmas break. What do you attribute to that?
Coach Scaldi, you got to give him a lot of credit.
We talked a little bit about the fact that it is your draft year, and coming into this year, there's a lot of people with eyes, and obviously that intensifies as you get more towards the playoffs. Has anybody talked to you about how to deal with the pressures of your draft-eligible season?
Yeah, I mean, kind of watching Connor and Dylan do it last year.
I know it's an important year for the Sting, but it's also an important year for you as well. Your NHL draft year, I know you can't go anywhere without hearing about it. What's this year been like off the ice for you with the attention? For you personally, this is a little bit of a milestone night. The guys have been talking about it upstairs. Game number 250 in your OHL career. What's that feel like when you think about that number, 250?
I'm pretty old, I guess, in this league.
Now, I know you look at the rosters for tonight, the lineups. A lot of people notice that you guys are a little bit short-handed. Is it a little more fun? You said your conditioning is getting better with the short rosters.
Absolutely. I can't blame it on the guys.
Now, one thing I said to you in the break, and it brought a smile to your face, you got 20 minutes to play spoiler here. I know the Sting are playing for something tonight, but how nice would it be to give the fans a comeback?
Oh, it'd be awesome.
I think one of the things that a lot of people forget when we look at the OHL, because it's such a fun atmosphere to be around, it's also a very competitive atmosphere, but these are still teenagers in between the ages of 16 and 20 that we're putting an awful lot of pressure on, and that can become very difficult to cope with, can it?
That's exactly right.
Now, you mentioned Mason. I was talking to him before the game, and he said, now I have to read this word for word, he says, Bunneman's always scoring against Guelph. Now, what is he going to say about that chance you had in the first period where you almost got it, but just not close enough?
I don't know. I don't know what it is about Guelph. I don't know. I'm just get lucky when we we play them.
Do you think you can get one for him in the third?
Hopefully.
Now, we've just started the OHL season, but that does give us an opportunity to look back. After all, it is opening night for the Kitchener Rangers. Now, usually the OHL season's end is marked by the OHL Awards held in June at the Hockey Hall of Fame. Well, this year was a very special one, as the Erie Otters had 6 individual award recipients. Of course, Connor McDavid headlining that. Joseph Blandisi took home Overager of the Year for the Barrie Colts, and Max Domi took home a very special trophy that's near and dear to the hearts of many OHLers in the Renault Trophy. With more on that, here's Inside the O. Now, it seems that every year there's a team that has a big-name draft prospect, but every year there's also a team that may have 2 or 3. And a couple years ago, it was obviously the Erie Otters, Connor McDavid, Dylan Strome. This year, it's the Mississauga Steelheads. Alex Nylander and Michael McLeod highlight their draft eligibles, but there's one other name you should keep in mind as Inside the O catches up with Nathan Bastian.